Hey guys, it's Modesty. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with a review and demo for you of the one and only Melissa Michelle X Ulta palette. This is the XOXO Ulta Beauty palette. She created this in collaboration with Ulta Beauty, of course. I think she is the first person they have ever collaborated with, which I think is so cool when not only a makeup brand but a store itself wants to collaborate with someone that's really big. So I think that's awesome, and kudos to Melissa. I remember the first time I ever started watching YouTube, I ran into one of Melissa Michelle's videos, and I didn't even really know what subscribing to someone meant back in the day. So I'm actually, I should subscribe to her, but I remember I watched so many of her videos. She was doing like a drugstore lip product haul or something like that. Anyway, I thought she was so cute and funny, and I also remember a few of her foundation reviews. I think she reviewed the Better Skin one from, I want to say, Maybelline. Yeah, so I remember a few of her videos, but she is super successful. She has a ton of subscribers. I will have a link to her channel down below, but I think it's so cool that she collaborated with Ulta. That's fantastic. So I'm going to show you the palette. I will be showing you a demo, but here is the palette itself. I think the packaging is really pretty. It's like a little box type thing. Has her picture on the back, and then has all the different ingredients for the highlighter, the blush, the eyeshadows, the liquid lipstick. And it was made in China. This collection includes a highlighter trio, a blush, 5 matte eyeshadows, 4 metallic eyeshadows, and a matte liquid lipstick. Everything I used today, well, I used everything in this palette. And then when you open it up, oh, I gotta put the lipstick back in it. So I've been playing around with this a little bit, so it's a little dirty, but it comes with a mirror, and it says, "Can't wait to see your looks, hashtag Melissa Michelle at times Ulta." And then here is the palette itself. It's very fall appropriate, lots of warm tones, which I feel like a lot of people love. So she really played it safe, I feel like, with the colors, and she did a really good job with the color shades. It comes with the highlighter right here, and then the blush, which I was really intimidated by at first. I thought it was like so dark that it looked like a bronzer, but then on the cheeks itself, it's actually so pretty, and it's actually pretty universal. A lot of people can wear it. I'm not super tan, and I tend to have a more fair complexion, and I can wear it. I was super intimidated by the blush, but I'm not anymore. It actually looks really pretty on the cheeks, and it even swatches really well. Like, it's not as intimidating as it looks. So don't be scared of the blush. I think it's cute that she has it in a little heart. The shades, the first one I swatched, of course, was this one, and I was like, oh! So much pigment, you guys. But I have to warn you. Oh my gosh, there goes the lipstick. So these are really pigmented, but some of them can be a little, there's a lot of fallout, like on your cheeks and stuff, especially with the shade Harley right here. I had a really tough time with Harley, and you'll see it in the demo. I like the shade itself, but it's really tough to work with. It isn't as pigmented when you use a brush. Like, it looks pretty good with the finger, but when you go in with a brush with this one, it's not as, it's like, it swatches really, I don't know, kind of choppy, but I made it work. So it's not my favorite brown, but I don't know what went wrong with that one, but because like Bing Bang is really good, swatches beautifully, blends really well. Same with Rosemary, but these two right here, Harley and Tabo, are really tough and chalky and not super pigmented at all. I don't know what went wrong with these two, but I don't know. These two aren't my favorite, but I did make them work. But these ones right here are these 4 mattes right here, or not 4 mattes, but Lola, Bing Bang, Wheezy, and Rosemary are stunning. Really good pigment. They blend really well. Teresita, I don't know, I'm sorry if I'm probably butchering that. Super pigmented, but lots of fallout. It's pretty chunky, but it's beautiful. Like, if you use Fix Plus, you're not gonna have any fallout at all. It's really pretty. And then Cadis, or Kate, I think it's Cadis. This one's really good too, but this one is not as chunky as this one, but it has just as much pigment, and it applies on the eyes really well. So yeah, there it is right there. That one probably has the best formula when it comes to the shimmers. This one right here, Alana, it looks like a shimmer, but there's nothing really like shimmery about it. Like, I wouldn't be scared to put this in my crease at all. I'd say it's more of like a satin eyeshadow, and once again, it's not as pigmented as the other ones. I don't know what is with this row right here. Those are the swatches, and those are just like my little tips about it. Just something went up with these three. I don't know what it was. The shades are pretty themselves, but it's just these three don't swatch very well, and they don't perform very well in the eyes. But these 6 right here are amazing, as long as you can avoid the chunkiness from this one. The highlighter is super pretty, as you can see. I don't need to say much about it, but it is blinding. Okay, it's blinding, but not on the first go. It's very buildable, which I do appreciate. I did 2 layers to get this right here to get a blinding highlight. So if you want a more subdued highlight, you can just go in 1 layer and you are good to go. And I already talked to you about the blush. It looks super intimidating, but it is not intimidating at all. It is really pretty. It goes so well on the cheeks. I'm going to show you right now. It is so pretty. Like, it's not super intimidating at all. I love how it looks. It's just a really pretty rose color almost. I love the shade so much. As for the liquid lipstick, which fell out, the liquid lipstick itself, it is kiss proof, but it's a little sticky. It applies really well. I don't know how it layers though. It just, I don't know. I'm still kind of like iffy about the liquid lipstick. Like, it looks really pretty. I love the shade, and I like the shade she chose because it goes with like purples. It also goes with gold. She chose a really good nude shade. But the formula itself, I'm not too sure on. It says liquid lipstick, but it's really sticky, but it is kiss proof. So just keep in mind when you are applying this lipstick. This palette runs for $20, which I think is a bargain right now, and they are doing buy one get one 50% off when it comes to Ulta brand products. I think $20 is a bargain considering you get a full-size liquid lipstick, you get 9 eyeshadows, a highlighter, and a blush. You get a ton of product for the price. So considering it's $20, I can't be too mad at the quality because brands do have to balance quality with price and everything like that. But I think that's everything I want to mention with the palette itself. Let's just get into the demo. Alright, with my eyes primed and tape applied, I'm going to be going in with the shade Wheezy just to set my eyeshadow primer so that I don't get any gaps in my shadow, because when there's moisture on your lid, the shadow can cling to it, causing gaps. So I'm just going to quickly go ahead and do that since it's the color of my skin. Then I'm going to be going into the shade Tobo. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, it's T-O-B-O. I'm assuming that's Tobo. And I'm taking the Sigma E40 and blending that into my crease. It's just a neutral brown shade, really good for transitions. It was a little tough. It wasn't as pigmented as I hoped because it wasn't super soft and buttery. But this brown right here that I'm going with which is called a Rosemary. This one is really nice. I love this one a lot. Perfect blending shade. It blends out nicely, good pigmentation, really shows up, and it gets the job done. I'm using the same brush, the Sigma E40, to apply this. Then I'm going in with the shade Bing Bang, which again, same formula, which is amazing. Same brush as well. I love the E40 from Sigma a lot. It's probably one of my favorite blending brushes ever, but that's besides the point. Anyways, I'm just blending this into my crease. I'm kind of going everywhere. I really want to bring this up because I really want to warm up this eyeshadow look. This color is very buildable as well. Like, if you want to sheer, you can do that, but it can really, as you can see, it really builds up when you keep going in, and I just love this shade so much. Next, I'm taking the shade, I think it's called Kades. It's K-A-D-E-S, and I'm breaking all of the rules of makeup and I'm putting it in my crease. I know it's a shimmer, but when you use this type of fluffy brush, it doesn't look like a shimmer. When I put it on my lid, it looks like a shimmer, but in my crease, it didn't look like one. And I want to bring in some bronze in my crease, so I went ahead and did that. Now on the E45 from Sigma, I'm taking the shade Harley. This is the shade that I struggled with the most. The pigment was just not there. There was more pigment on my cheeks, I swear. And I'm going to show you guys in a second. I don't know what happened with this shade, but I just had to keep going back and to build it up. And look, there's just so much fallout. And now I'm trying different brushes to see what brushes work better. Every time I've used this palette since I got it, this is the shade I struggle with. So I've tried packing motions, sweeping motions, and I just get all of that fallout. But using a flat shader brush seems to get the best color payoff, so that's what I decided to go in with, even though it gave me a lot of fallout.
I am going to be doing a spotlight smoky eye, so I'm putting this on the outer corner and the inner corner, and then a little bit in the crease as well, just leaving the center of my lid open. As you can see, I tried to build up a little bit more by taking a little pencil brush, which helped a little bit, but I just want to go in one more time just to show you the amount of fallout I received with just this shadow. Next, I'm taking the shade Teresita. I think that's how you say it. I'm using some Fix Plus because I've used this shade before and it's super chunky, a ton of fallout, but when I use Fix Plus, I don't have that issue. It's my favorite shade in the palette, even though it's not my favorite formula, because it's just so pigmented and buttery. It really reminds me of some of the Morphe shadows that are just really chunky, but they're just so pretty you still want to use them. So I went ahead and applied that, and then I'm going back in with a little bit more of Harley on a very teeny tiny brush just to build up that crease a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and apply some eyeliner on my lids. I'm going to do a wing though. I like to give my eyes an almond shape because they're so round and I hate it, so I always do a wing no matter what. Boom! The other eye is done. I will be going on and applying some false lashes and doing my foundation and things like that, and moving on to the under eye for this demo, which I'm going to be taking the shade Harley again on the flat shader, the E15 from Sigma, and then going in with Bing Bing as well. I'm basically taking all the top shades and bringing it to the bottom, and I'm putting it on this Sigma smudger brush. I forget what it's called. I'll have it down below. And I'm taking the E26 from Sigma to smoke that out. I'm then coating my lower lashes with some mascara, and then we'll be moving on to blush and highlight in the palette. I'm taking the shade Mahala, M-A-H-A-L. I'm probably butchering that, but I'm taking my my Morphe E4 to apply this. This was super intimidating when I first saw it, but then when I applied it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is stunning. It really is a gorgeous blush color, and she did fantastic with it. Now for highlight, I'm going with Holla! And I'm applying it with my Morphe M501. This used to be my favorite highlighting brush. It was closest to me, so I go ahead and grabbed it. This is a mixture of a peachy shade, a champagne shade, and a gold shade, and I'm going to combine together. It's really pretty. It takes 2 layers to be blinding, so I like that it's buildable for those of you who want a more subdued highlight. I'm also touching the other high points of my face, and then going in with the liquid lipstick, which is in the shade Scandi, and I'm not a big fan of the actual formula, but the color is gorgeous. Just the formula is too sticky for me, and I'm just not a fan. To finish it off, I am going to be going with Lola to highlight my brow bone and my inner corners.
So that's going to be it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed my review and demo of the Love Melissa Michelle palette with Ulta. Be sure to check out all my links down below, my social media. I'll have a link to this product along with a link to Melissa's YouTube channel. So once again, congrats to her. I am so proud of you. I love this palette. I'm going to get a lot more use out of it. So yeah, that is everything I want to say. If you're new to my channel, my name is Modesty Jean, and I hope you want to stick around, maybe subscribe to my channel or check out another video. Here's some very user-friendly links right here. Anyways, that is going to be everything, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.